Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are reviewing a Plat Mercy. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as that helps me out quite a bit and I really do
Honor.
appreciate it.
We all
Or if
thought
you are
you were
looking to
dead.
get coaching yourself, you can join my
Could you tell
Discord in
me?
the description
Do
below,
you
see what my
avoid
rates
people
look
again
like,
to
see what sort
ask
of
me that?
promos, events we have going on, all that good stuff. Okay, so now we're going to have
5,
seizures. Okay.
4, 3, 2,
A most impressive
1.
display.
Round 1. Capture the objective.
Okay, you're running Mercy, your support partner is Anna, and you have an Echo and a Soldier, so you have some good boost targets. I'm surprised that we had no look, like we had no check whatsoever to whether there were threats out here. I was perfectly happy. Like, you needed sort of to get some information on where the threats were to figure out who to boost. Yeah, expecting that you would need to boost your soldier now is a decent expectation because there's frequently a battle over this high ground and getting control of it is pretty important. So I understand the thought process of, hey, I rode my Echo up here. Now I'm going to want to be boosting my soldier because it's important that we get control of this. But it turns out there's nothing for him to shoot at. Well, there is stuff for your Echo to shoot at. And you'd know that if you'd looked over here. Like, as we take a look here.
5,
Oh, my bad. I usually have that set to 5 seconds, but I must have closed the client at some point. Okay, so here we are. Oh, okay. Here we are. Just to exaggerate this, you're looking at Echo, totally fine with me. There is no reason that you can't check to the left here. As you're drifting up, there's no reason that you cannot look that way and still maintain your momentum in that general direction. Yes, I'm drawing in 2D on a 3D plane. I'm sorry. There's no reason that you can't do that so that you can figure out, hey, am I going to want to be continuing to boost my Echo, or am I going to want to be over here with my Soldier? Because those are decent, both real possibilities. Your Echo has the better angle for hitting things. Your Soldier is is in a place where it is really important that he wins, and you have more ability to stay behind cover while helping him. So they're both possibilities. You can't know which if you don't look. Mm-hmm. And now you know. What are you doing? We don't care about ball. Forget this. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay. So here's the thing about Mercy. Mercy is looking to enable enable aggression. Usually her DPS is aggression. The Soldier, the Echo, those are good people to damage boost because we want to make sure that we win map control right now. Our ball has already surrendered. We are not particularly interested in healing our ball back up because he's already surrendered this. So, like, yes, healing him back up means he'll be able to go back and maybe fight for it again sooner. But we are way more interested in making sure we actually get this map control by boosting these guys. Because boosting these guys is the difference between them winning this fight and not winning this fight. Us getting control of basically. Oh, that's not what I hit. Please work with me, mouse. Thank you. It's the difference between us getting control of this portion of the map and not. We need to get this. We need to get this. So we want a damage boost so that they can tear this apart, scare these guys to run away or get a limbs on them, and then we're happy. Ball can leave and get the health back. Anna can heal Ball. Anna cannot boost our Echo, boost our Soldier to win this fight as hard. Yes, she can hit nades and such, but she can't hit those right now. There's a shield in the way. You as Mercy want to be thinking in terms of, hey, maybe between fights I'd heal up my ball, maybe, but you haven't won the fight. This isn't really between fights yet. This may look like the poke stage, and yes, it is the poke stage, but this poke stage is determining who gets control of the map or not. Yeah, I know, Nordstrom. It's not my favorite Mercy map either. But hey, they're playing Mercy, so that's what we're covering. Why are you still here? I mean, this is better, but like... Let Anna support this portion. Let Anna support this, and you need to be looking over here to figure out, do I need to be supporting this? Because look at this. Because your team, let's get the right color. Your team is now effectively boxed in here. Their team effectively has control of all of this. Really, all of this. All of this is theirs. They have way more map control than you because you guys decided we're going to fight over this. And you were a primary decider there. Like, if you'd stayed and boosted the soldier or the echo, there was a very good chance, and you could have gotten on comms to make it even more likely, that they would have been like, no, we are not letting Hog take this. And then you guys could have all this map. And yes, you'd give this portion up to them, but that'd be fine because you have the point and you have all of the space, including the high ground over here. That's what we wanted to do. That's what we wanted to do. And while you can't make your teammates move, you can help decide what gets forced and what doesn't. Sounds good. Later, Mystery. Have a good night. Really? Come on. Okay. You're letting your tether do its thing. Fine. You are going to damage boost your soldier so that he can break this faster so that you can get to your ball, right? Do either of them even shoot? Jesus. This hurts so much. I can't even blame you because they're not shooting. If you damage boosted them, they might, but this is just sad. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, not your fault. Not your fault. Just Plat. Please don't. Please don't.
This is not your time.
So that is the definition of a borderline case res, and not one I would have recommended you go for. It was not a complete throw to go for that res, but I put that res on the 30-70, 30% chance of success, 70% chance of failure, maybe the 40-60. And there was no way you were going to get cover during it. You were purely counting on Reaper just not coming back out, them not wanting it, and there wasn't enough reason for them to not want it, and the bubble wasn't available for you. So I personally didn't like that. That was much too dangerous. Not much too dangerous, but a little too dangerous for my taste. But hey, you got it, so that's cool. Yeah, your Zarya's frozen. This May could have come out and finished you. You could have lost your Zarya while going for the res, and if you lose someone while going for the res, you didn't really go up by getting the res. Yeah. Never tell them the odds and reses that work up to Plat. Oh, you guys.
Let's get you back out there.
Damage boost. Okay.
I must go where I'm needed. I'm taking care. Are you scared? Let's get you back out there. Damage increased.
Basically a 5v5. You can force this with Valk. You can force this with Valk. You can force this with Valk. You're forcing with Blizzard. And now you're Valking. Valk is not a reactive ult. See how you're Valking when two of your teammates are critical? This isn't what we want to do with Valk. We want actually Valk as a power play. And I don't mind that you guys were down one because you knew they were down one too. So, like, that was fine. And truth be told, your one was coming back faster because it was ball. So you Valk, not like to go from here to here, but you Valk as your team is actually going in. You wouldn't Valk like back here if the fight's going to happen up here. But Valking... If we go back, Valking here would be great. This would be fine. This would be even better. Hit the Valk right now. That would be great. Now it's late.
Heroes never
Yeah,
die.
it's late.
Helden sterben nicht.
Yeah, I'd believe that, Nordstrom. I'd believe that that's worked for you. It's a rule of thumb that will pay off often enough. Okay, so you're just gonna leave. Damage boost, stay on cover, stay on cover.
Let me get you patched up.
Boost. That was a slow toggle. That was a long time on soldier while he was sprinting and literally can't shoot, so you wanted to swap over to May.
Heilstrahl aktiviert.
Why though? What's the point of super jumping here? That hog behind you? Or Reaper, excuse me. Wrong shotgun hero.
Dein Schutzengel. A speedy recovery.
Fire at will. Resistance.
Okay, so we had a res that was scary. We had our Velk used late. We had wrong prioritization for map control. Like you were going, hey, I'm going to go heal the tank that is retreated rather than boost the DPS that are in aggressive space when your partner was an Ana. So that is the wrong distribution of labor and a fundamental misunderstanding sort of Mercy's role. You want to be working with the people who are in aggressive space more often, especially if you can do so while keeping yourself safe, not so much healing the people that are in your own backline or have retreated. It's not your own backline. Your backline can be in an aggressive spot, but who have backed away from the fight. Oh, are we on Moira now? Okay.
Round 2. Capture the
Okay.
objective.
Right beside you.
So, Soldier May. So, Soldier's your friend. Hog is your friend.
Taking care.
Eating fire strikes is not your friend. Fine. I'm gonna live with it, but honestly, I would prefer that you boost or heal May at this point, not Reinhardt. Reinhardt is fine. Anna's looking right at him. He has armor. Please boost May. Please boost May. Please boost Hog.
Damage
Why are we
increase.
healing Hog? What? You have a habit of Guardian Angeling, at least this team fight, with your heal beam up rather than your damage. When a lot of this should be damage. You better swap to damage immediately. Why? That was so slow. You know that was so slow.
The objective is now.
Great team.
You know better than that. Okay, I'll live with it.
This is not your time.
Thanks, Doc.
Powered up.
Yeah, Mercy playing with the angling soldier would have been preferable. And yes, Mercy also should have gone Lucia for the speed boost tech and then caught up with Guardian Angel. Both of those things can be true.
Enemy contact.
You've got this. I could use some assistance.
Damage boosting the charge. Please look and see the Reaper.
Let me
He
get you
missed,
patched
so
up.
you can let go and you can swap targets. So as soon as he misses the charge, he's not going to get a pin. You're looking to angle over to here and boost your soldier. That is now preferable. And your soldier might give you a way out of this Reaper that's going to show up. Oh, excuse me, it was your May, not your soldier up there. Still worth it to boosting.
Your support has arrived.
Triage him. He's fine. Check your Ana. Check your Ana. Why are you still healing Reinhardt? Check your Ana. Okay. Mercy's not a tank healer. General rule, Mercy does okay healing per second. Anna does much better. Bap does much better. Moira does much better. Mercy is primarily looking to enable other people. Mercy does enough healing that she's pretty good at helping triage when people get really low, and she's good at healing them up between fights pretty quickly. But mostly she is looking to use her staff to enable people that are being aggressive, like to enable a hog that's going for a hook, to enable Soldier to do damage, to enable McCree to do damage, to make May a little more scary. Like, these are all good things. To heal her other support, these are all good things. Healing your Reinhardt, unless you're just helping triage him back up to like 30-40%, where your other support can take back over on healing him, assuming your other support is one of the three I talked about, is generally what you're going to do. You're not going to heal him up to 80%, especially at the expense of leaving your Anna at sub 50% for as long as you were here. You could have triaged him because he was in the more dangerous space up to like 40%, but then you swap over and you heal your Anna because your Anna will heal him all day long as she gets healed. But you don't want her having to take more defensive position, think about nading herself, etc., because that's going to cause her to heal Reinhardt less, more slowly, etc.
Where does it hurt?
Okay, but why are you boosting the purple Reinhardt? Like, he's not going to swing at that health. He's not going to swing at that health. Heal the May.
I'm here.
Okay.
Heroes never die.
You know better than this. You know better than this, Karudia. Like, you're Valking in this situation. They're clearly going to flip the point on you. They've got 3 people here, 2 people here, 6th person there. Like, they have all 6 here. You have 4 here, so your chain is going to max at impacting 3 people. You're behind in this team fight. You're not going to be stalling point with this Valk usage. Like, you're not going to get back into this. Maybe you get the Reaper here. Maybe you get the Reaper here, and then you're into like a 4v5, but you didn't... I don't think you Valked in response to hitting the hook.
I'm here. Heroes never
No.
die.
You Valked and then you hit the hook. It's luck, effectively, that the hook got hit. Please swap to damage boost. Please swap to damage boost. We didn't swap to damage boost? Really? Ugh. Okay. Now you maybe have a chance of doing this. I still think they're going to flip this point and you're never going to get this res. But, like, I don't like this. You don't want to try to pop Valk to get back into fights. You pop Valk in even fights to go ahead. That's how you use Valk. If you wanted to use Valk, your window to use Valk was like 7-8 seconds ago. No joke. Don't you dare. Please get slept. Please get slept.
We still need you. Here comes.
Did you see this sleep get used? Is that why you did this?
You're going to be okay. Nap time.
Heroes never die.
You could have, yes, you saw the sleep get used. Okay, that's fine.
We still need you.
You saw the sleep get used, so I'm good with that. I never expected you to get that res because I never expected her to mess up that bad. But it's not going to change this fight, it doesn't look like. Well, maybe. You didn't want to be this far out here when this Valk ended. You wanted to be up here when this Valk ended. This is where you needed to be so you could heal or boost your Reinhardt, or look over here to get at these guys once this wall came down. Please make sure this gets damage boosted. Please make sure this gets damage boosted. You are not hard pocketing anybody right now. You are not hard pocketing an Echo, a Pharah, an Ashe this game. There is no reason that this should not get boosted. No reason. I'm glad that Hog hit that, but you should not expect Hog to get that every time, and you should be helping him. You should be damage boosting those when he gets hooks and you're in the area. Like, that should be a trained reflex for you to just pivot off and boost the Hog when he hits a hook on someone, because that will make a difference in him getting the one-shots on people. Like, that'll make a pretty big difference in him getting the one-shots on people, to the point that, okay, that or heal your Ryan for an extra, 50, 60, 70, 80 HP here, definitely damage boost the Hog instead. And that's been a couple times that you've left Hog out to dry there. So please notice that and get on that in the future.
Tactical visor activated.
Don't let up on them.
Good choice.
Ich bin da. Thanks. 我变强了。
Don't worry, my friend.
I've got you. I'm taking care of you.
Where are we playing from? So here you are. Your soldier's up here. Your soldier is your best boost target in this team. So you would be looked to go, hey, I'm here. I can boost my soldier from here. I have safety. I can reach down to heal my Mei. I can boost over to get my Hog if that's where it shows up. I can wrap up over here. This is where you want to be right now. This would be your best positioning.
Damage
Good,
increased.
good.
Choice.
Why are you here? Why are you standing here?
Get
No, no.
Where does it hurt? Get
Okay. That's not something you can do. You just assumed that the Ana wouldn't peg you, the Mei wouldn't peg you too much, the Zarya wouldn't turn and burn you, as you rotated through open this whole time, and you assumed you'd be able to catch your Ana, and that your Ana wouldn't close too fast for you to be able to get a Guardian Angel on. Like, this was not a thing. You go behind the cover and do it. Yes, it takes a tiny bit longer, but you go behind the cover and do it. Maybe you even go to the far side of bridge and drop to do it. Like, that was the route here. I know, you don't get there quite as fast, but it is way, way safer. And we're going to take that safety increase. This was too dangerous. You are counting on opponents to miss, and you don't get to count on opponents to miss. You have to respect your opponents if you want to go up. You do not want to be building bad habits of just disrespecting opponents now. Even if the opponents don't deserve the respect that you're giving them, it needs to be a conscious adjustment on your part to disrespect them if you're, trying to take over a low-level game, for example. It can't be I just disrespect people, and then when they've earned it, I respect them. You need to flip it.
Огонь по готовности!
Mirror gets stabilized.
You should be at
No super?
Mirror gets stabilized.
Yeah, okay. Please find a super.
peak performance.
Okay. Boost it. Boost it. Okay. You tried. You tried to boost it.
Overtime.
I must go where I'm needed.
I'll make quick work of them.
Schaden verstärkt.
Feeling spry.
Let me get you patched up.
Right idea. You're too early. You're like a full second and a half too early. And you wasted probably 3/4 of that second and a half on heals. On that purple soldier.
Damage and bleeding.
Heal. Why?
Damage
Wall goes
amplified.
up. That's fine. You can keep your beam on hog for, like 1.3 seconds, I think we determined here. That's great. Totally fine to keep it on him. But she just told you she needs healing. You just got that audio cue. You swap to heals here. Fine. I'll live with that. I don't like it, but I'll live with it. You can see that he's missing less than 30 health, so I'd have preferred damage boost. Now your beam just fell off. She just queued need healing. You have on your screen that she's missing health here. You know that your beam just fell off. Heal this. Heal this. Use the time.
Let's get you back out there.
That was a long time. Huh. Huh. Well, good luck. I don't like it, but good luck.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Yeah. And now your Reinhardt is going to feed a bunch of Volt Charge.
Damage boost engaged.
Oh.
Let me get you.
Okay. But did that let us get a push faster? It might. It might be that we get a push faster now because our soldier was able to pick up that elimination. But we didn't necessarily expect that. So, I didn't love that res that was a dangerous res, a very dangerous res in the first place that was going to get Reinhardt up, but we lose our hog pretty predictably. We might lose our Reinhardt again. This only sort of works because your soldier got an elimination. Still not overly a fan of this res.
Your support has arrived.
Damage boost, good. Good.
Heroes never die.
Yeah, okay.
Damage
There you go.
increased.
I love the smell of pulse munitions.
No.
Damage increased.
Love the smell of pulse.
You. Your soldier has an angle. Your soldier has tack visor going, fast reloads. You just give him the damage boost. I promise. I promise you give him the damage boost. If there was someone you could dive, if you were really confident in your aim, you could do this, but mostly you're looking to do this when there's a hit scan, you want to force out a widow or something. You're not just looking to generally just go, I pull up my Valk and go damage. There was a time when that made sense when she was at her, silly version. This is no longer that time. She's not that good of a DPS in Valk. She's a pretty good hit DPS, but she's not that good. Boost the ulting soldier instead. I promise. Damage boost, please. Damage boost, good. Now can we please swap to our soldier? Our soldier.
Right beside you.
Okay, fine. You took advantage of the fact that you were already tethered on her to get her healed up, which was pretty good.
You're covered.
Thank you. And all the
I promise damage boosting your Rhine there is better than pulling out your weapon. Fine res. You're damage boosting the Mei. You do want to swap pretty quick. Damage boosting the Mei is okay when she's icicling. When she's freezing, it makes her freeze particles do more damage, but it doesn't make her freeze faster. So until she actually has the freeze, your preference would be, if you have multiple options, to boost either the soldier to your left or the hog right there.
Hordes and Crusaders!
Score 1-1.
The boost was late, but it was there. More of that. Yeah, exactly. Would it have been better to pull out the pistol and try to break the wall with Anna there? I don't remember exactly when it was, Nordstrom. Sorry. I don't think Anna and Mercy ever break it fast enough to actually save anybody. I think you're going to struggle to find that. I think what you're going to find is even if you, as Mercy, pull out your pistol and start shooting at a wall, it's going to take Anna a second to get it that you're actually trying to break the wall. Anna's generally won't contribute their shots to breaking walls, just like Anna's generally won't contribute their shots to breaking Rhine barriers. So because they're not generally in that mode, and that's mostly right that they're not in that mode, you're probably not going to end up breaking the wall in a meaningful amount of time because again, she's going to be late to start shooting, even if you're right on it. So if you guys were really on comms, you played together, sure, that could work, maybe. I'd have to do math, but my guess is you're not going to get that reaction out of her.
5, 4,
Even if you're saying wall break, unless you say like Anna wall break, I don't think you're
round 3.
gonna get it very often.
Objective.
I'm with you.
The choice.
Powered up.
Boost the soldier. Boost the swing, fine with me. Why are we healing, May?
Reinhardt, where would you be without me?
That's a full health hog. It's about to be a useful soldier, but it's not useful yet. So you boost the May until the soldier's useful. You boost the May here, but you turn and look at the soldier. You boost the May, but you turn and look at the soldier to see if the soldier's doing something useful, which the answer is now yes. Yes, he is. So we boost him.
You should be
Fine. But did we have to go here? The soldier fine. Why are we Guardian Angeling? You could get the May from here just fine. You had plenty of cover options from here. I liked you here. I don't like you getting closer. You getting closer and then stopping your Guardian Angel in the middle of this lane? Ew. Ew. Okay. Boost the soldier.
Where does it hurt?
Okay, so clearly there's a Pharaoh right here because your Anna just went down. You heard the rockets, you heard your Anna grunt, and you saw your Anna go down in the feed. So you immediately need to get your boost on someone that can interact with the Pharaoh. So that's going to be your May for the moment, and then get to the other side of this pillar. Oh, I lied. The Pharaoh is still, I thought the Pharaoh was deeper based on where your Anna went down. Did she just not step to avoid a rocket? Where did their Pharaoh get to? Oh, she's there. Your Anna had no business going down to that. No business whatsoever going down to a rocket at that range. Unfortunate.
Let's
That
get
res
you
was
back
fine,
in the fight.
obviously.
Let's get you back in the fight.
Again, I don't really want you going this close. This could have been like a halfway Guardian Angel, then stop, and then you're looking for are there other places I can play. Because you don't really want to continue. This isn't a hero you enable. This is a good hero to enable. This is an okay hero to enable, but I don't like it with the Pharaoh looking at me. So how about I Guardian Angel over to here, and then Guardian Angel over to here? Like, could we do that, please? Or if we don't, could we at least angle here so that we're not in this fight that's going on? Like, we're boosting the Rhine, but we're not in the fight. Please? Please? No. You just stopped your Guardian Angel in the middle of a firing lane. Pharah, Zarya, like... Ugh. Yeah.
Immer unterbricht mich jemand bei der Arbeit.
Yes, Nordstrom, I am disgusted by bad positioning. But that's okay. We will be disgusted by bad positioning in the name of making it better. In the name of embarrassing our player into getting better positioning.
Die Wunder der modernen Medizin. Damage boost engaged. Ultimate is almost ready. Healing stream engaged. Healing stream engaged.
You see the rocket. It's fine. You saw the rocket. You should not get hit by another one. Why did you turn to look at your Anna? To Guardian Angel? Like, what's the plan here? Clearly not to Guardian Angel. Okay, you were super late with that Guardian Angel. That was just poor movement on your part. Oh well. That shouldn't really happen. You should have more awareness of what's going on over here. And once you had your beam on Anna, I think you should personally have your settings so that you can Guardian Angel to her, even if you're not looking at her once you have your beam on her. But hey.
Helden sterben nicht.
I must go where I'm needed.
Can you imagine if Fade had a 1.5, 2 second cooldown? Can you imagine? Nice! That's how we want to res. I mean, you know, position-wise. We still have some, hey, we don't love timing, but we're going to have to take the timing anyways, simply because they're at 86% here. So I have no issue with that res. Why are you standing in the lane, though? Hey, I know you want your team to push, but you can't think this is right. You can't think this is right. Like, you might want your hog to push, but you still stay behind him. You don't try to lead the hog forward like he's a dog on a leash that you're pulling along. You don't do that. You make the pig walk ahead of you. You make the pet pig walk ahead of you. You don't pull it along on your leash. That's not what we do. You missed the Anna tab there. Fine, now you're stuck. Last fight, fine. You can't heal that. You cannot heal that. The hog has plenty of health and you can't heal that. You should be damage boosting right here. Damage boost. Damage boost. Damage boost. Your team does not need more health right now. Your team needs to stack up more offensive power while this blizzard is going off. They're both... Okay, it's your res window.
Your support has arrived.
Please damage boost. Wait, so now you just have to heal him.
Where does it head? Operating at optimal levels. Oh, thanks.
Agreed. Agreed, Semitic, but it was his team's Blizzard, so he didn't have a tough time dealing with it. I just needed him to damage boost during it. Like, the thing is, during Blizzard, the team is going to turn and try to run out of the Blizzard, because if they don't, they'll get frozen. So your team doesn't need heals unless they are super critical, because the opponents are turning and running away. So even if your team is at 40% life, hey, it's cool, I'm going to damage boost. But in this case, your hog was at 80, which is still 400 life, and your Mei was full, and you were healing basically the entire Blizzard. It hurt. Why did we look away from the Reinhardt? We see the Reinhardt and the Reaper. They're scary. Our beam is on the hog. Now our beam is on that, but we can just dodge this fire strike. Like, we can literally dodge the fire strike. No, not if you look away, you can't. But this soldier is fine. Please heal Orisa now. Until soldier does something useful, heal Orisa. Okay, you're gonna have to damage boost Orisa. Nothing you can do about this. You have my permission to pull out your pistol. Okay, that's clearly the end of that. Couple things we can work on. Couple things we can work on. So, don't stand in the middle of the lane. Don't like go up here to try to pull your hog forward. Don't stop Guardian Angels in the middle of the lane. Don't stop Guardian Angels in the middle of the lane. Yeah. Don't just chill in the middle of the lane on Mercy. Chill behind the corner, chill behind your teammates, chill on angles like this. You do a little too much uptime in the middle of the lane. That's one thing that we're going to cover. We could talk about your Valks. I'd probably talk about your Valks as like number 3. That's probably the third thing I'd talk about. And your Valks would be, hey, you do want your Valk timing while it's still an even fight when the fight is starting. You don't want a Valk to try to get back into the fight. Please do not use Valk as a reactive ult. It is not a defensive ult. It is not a save us from Blossom or from all being critical thing. It doesn't get people back into the fight fast enough. It is a great ult to tilt even fights, but you get a lot of its value from the blue beam. The chain blue beam in general is going to be your favorite. But I think the best thing that I'm going to say for you, the number one thing that I'd work on, is I would say you need to have more awareness of what your actual job is as Mercy in terms of who you're supporting. Yes, you can heal tanks. Please mostly look to do that between fights or when they're absolutely critical. Critical does not mean you see the plus sign on them. I mean actually critical, like sub 30%. And you're stabilizing a tank while your Ana is getting it back up. You're throwing heals at them while your Ana is actually getting them back up. You're adding a little bit of triage help there. That's okay. But once they get to like 40%, 50%, 60%, you're going to let go and you're going to go back to boosting someone else. I want you thinking much more about, hey, can I damage boost people who are in aggressive positions doing works? Yes, that's frequently going to be Soldier, Echo, Junkrat, could be Reaper. Your positioning is harder if it's Reaper. Can you damage boost Reinhardt? Absolutely. If Reinhardt is playing super aggressive and your DPS are playing super passive, not taking angles, not going in, sure, damage boost your Reinhardt. I don't care. It's easier to get away with damage boosting monkeys and such, but sure, damage boost your Reinhardt. But in general, I want you doing less tank healing. I want you doing significantly less tank healing, and what I want that exchanged for is more damage boosting on your DPS and more healing of your other support. Like you do this weird thing where you're like healing your tank when your Ana has been shot by a rocket or when your Ana is sub 50% health. And you're like, nope, I'm going to heal my 80% health Reinhardt. That's what's got to be fixed first. So first step, you should spend like 5 to 15% of your brain power working on this, working to improve this specifically. I don't want you working on 3 things at once. I want you working on this specifically with like 5 to 15% of your brain power for the next 5, 10, 20, 30 games, however long it takes until it sort of sets. And what I want that to be is understanding that when your support partner is an Ana, a BAP, or a Moira, you want to be looking to go, hey, I am not doing a ton of tank healing in battle unless my tank really gets critical. I'm not healing an 80% tank. I'm probably not healing a 50% tank. Instead, I'm looking to do more damage boosting on DPS, more damage boosting on hogs that have hit hooks. That should be an automatic damage boost for you unless you're hard committing to pocketing, say, an Echo or something. I want you to be looking for those. I want you to look for good blue beam value and less tank healing. I also want you to do a little more partner support healing. You are really low on that. I would say Ana probably healed you more than her, and that's an unusual situation. I might be exaggerating that slightly. You probably healed her a little more than she did you, but I wouldn't want to bet money on it. Okay. So that's the first thing. After you feel like that's locked in, you feel like you've made improvement on that, I want you to move on to your next thing. And your next thing, we talked about Valk use there you could go into. We talked about how you float open in the middle of lanes too often. You can pick either one of those, and you could start working on it. Again, let it take up 5 to 10% to 15% of your brain power while you're playing your games. If that causes you to perform a little bit worse, that's fine. You're building a good habit to make you better in the long run. So we're accepting that trade, that you're going to play a little worse initially to build this correct habit, and then to build this next correct habit, and then to build this next correct habit. And that's how you actually get better at the game. So when you've moved on to the second thing, the first thing gets more than, say, 10% worse from how good you'd gotten it, stop and go back to working on the first thing again. Then once you feel now it really is stable, and you go on to the second thing again, and you find the first thing doesn't drop off very much, then it's okay to keep working on the second thing. You've actually got the first thing at that point. So that's what I want you to do. Again, I just gave you 3 things. Please work on them one at a time. and I think I gave you the proper order to work on them at this point. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and throw them in chat now or later throw them in the comments. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe. That really does help me out, and I really do appreciate it. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below, see what rates look like, see what sort of promos, events we have going on, including internal scrims, which I will be scheduling shortly. Yeah, so let's see if we have anything question-wise. I hear you, Nordstrom, but when I said pull along, I meant it a little differently. You don't pull them along by going in front of them as Mercy. You pull them along with your voice. And you can absolutely shot call the entire game as Mercy. It's a little different than what, say, a Lucio sees or what a tank might see, but you can shot call the game because you usually do keep a lot of your teammates in your sight as Mercy, even if you're sighting them through walls. So there's things you can do. Manhog would heal if they need to. I don't want to let their CDs be forced because I'm not paying any attention to them, Ryan. So, like, yes, they will heal if they need to, but I would prefer to prevent that from happening. But they will also realize that I'll probably prevent that from happening. Like, if May is 80% and I'm damage boosting her as Mercy, May is not going to then pop Ice Block often. May is going to realize that the Mercy player would like them to keep aggressing, and they will keep aggressing unless the Mercy just goes full autopilot, brain turned off, and then eventually the May will get annoyed. But most of the time, you are judging the threat that the person you're pocketing is in, and that's why you're edging. You're damage boosting them at 80, 70, 60%, 50% sometimes, rather than healing, because you know they're going to win the fight real quickly, because you know there isn't real danger. And if there is real danger, you toggle it back to heals. You see how that works? So no, I don't want them to pop their self-heal because their self-heal is on a cooldown, and Ice Block especially is a really good cooldown that I don't want them to waste because they're not getting any heals, because Mercy is damage boosting other things, with some exceptions. Like if May ends up using Ice Block because Mercy was boosting a hook, sometimes that's okay. Sometimes. Semitic, I honestly didn't look that closely because I looked at a high enough level to see that a lot of it was pretty memey, and then I just didn't pay attention. I'm gonna be honest. Like, that level of memery doesn't really appeal to me, so I didn't take it seriously. I have enough going on in terms of analyzing, rotating metagames. Does Korea have it right? Does North America have it right? Does L have it right? Does Collegiate have it right? Where are we going? What needs to be done for the game to work? I have enough going on in my Overwatch analysis world that as soon as I saw that they were being memey and treating it as a joke with the experimental patch, I paid it no mind. Like, I didn't even go into it. Can Valk be used as a reaction to Coalescence or enemy Valk? Valk can absolutely be used as a reaction to enemy Valk to balance that, to go, no, I'm not letting you have a power play. And Coalescence, yeah, because Coalescence isn't that scary. Coalescence doesn't immediately take people down. So if you go, they Coalescence, I'm reacting with Valk, that's fine, but you're not catching back up. It's not they've been using Coalescence for 2 or 3 seconds and my soldier is at 40 health, I'm Valking. 60 health, I'm Valking. No, my soldier is still at 160 health when I'm Valking, as an example. Damage boost is equivalent to healing because it can take pressure off of your tanks. Right, prevented damage. It can be. Yeah, it's not it is, it can be. That's a better way to phrase it. It can be because it's the, hey, prevent damage, prevent the need to heal by prevent from taking lethal damage by deleting the opponent more quickly. And there's an art to that. It's not just, oh, well, this is a justification to always just damage boost, because you do heal a pretty decent clip. What is it, 50 health per second? Like, that is a pretty decent clip, but there's things that you'll want to damage boost instead of heal. Damage boost that Helix Rocket, damage boost that hook, etc. And, thresholds of health, all that jazz. No, I'm going to go ahead and do one more tonight, I think, Blah. So I am going to call this VOD here, but I will be back 55 HP health per second, right? They keep playing with that number. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, so I am going to cop and do another video. I hope to... yeah, that plus 5 HP with ulting. Exactly. I'm hopping into another video, and I hope to see you guys there. Thanks, guys. Temporal out.